Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories, and like the video if you enjoyed it.
My name is Marcus. When I was 26, I disappeared for 6 days, and when I came back, I wasn't the same person. This is the story of how I went from being a broke library janitor to owning a cybersecurity firm that now protects billion-dollar companies. And it all started because I picked up the wrong USB drive. At the time, I worked nights at a university library in Chicago. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid enough to cover rent for my shoebox apartment and keep me fed. Most nights were uneventful: clean up spilled coffee, restack misplaced books, kick out students sleeping on beanbags. But that night, something felt off. It was 2:17 a.m. I remember the time exactly because I had just finished vacuuming the second floor when I noticed a small black USB drive lying beneath a study desk. No labels. Just plain and ordinary. I pocketed it without thinking. When I got home that morning, curiosity got the better of me. I booted up my ancient laptop, which wheezed like it needed an inhaler, and plugged it in. At first, nothing happened. No pop-up. No files. Then, after 5 minutes, a folder appeared, /r00t_access. Inside were hundreds of documents, bank logs, email credentials, internal memos, belonging to companies I'd only ever seen in headlines. Microsoft. Raytheon. Lockheed Martin. Even the Department of Energy. I wasn't sure if I should feel amazed or terrified. Among the folders was one labeled live_feed. I clicked it. What opened was a live camera view of an office, dimly lit, seemingly empty. Then someone walked into frame, a man in a black jacket with a headset. He looked directly at the camera. Then the feed cut out. I yanked out the USB. Within 24 hours, everything changed. I noticed a black SUV parked across from my building. My internet went down. My phone stopped working. Then my door lock jammed. I packed a bag and left through the fire escape. For 6 days, I lived in motels, paid in cash, used public Wi-Fi from diners and bus stations. I ditched my phone, my laptop, everything. I felt hunted. On day 4, I got a message, slipped under the door of my motel room. We're not the ones watching. Meet us. Midnight. Lower Wacker Drive. Come alone. It wasn't signed. Stupidly, I went. That night, a man in his 60s approached me. Said his name was Greaves. Ex-intelligence. Claimed he used to work on surveillance operations that went beyond national security. Now he helped people like me, people who stumbled onto things they weren't meant to see. He said, "You didn't just find a drive. You found a blueprint. Someone's building a backdoor into every critical system in America. And you, kid, just flipped the light on." I didn't speak. I didn't know how to process any of it. Then he asked me a question that changed everything. Do you want to run for the rest of your life, or do you want to fight back? I chose the second option. For the next year, I learned. Greaves introduced me to ethical hackers, whistleblowers, ex-military analysts. I slept on couches. I worked under aliases. I learned to code properly, to trace data, to disappear and reappear digitally. I never told my family where I was. Never contacted anyone from my past life. Fast forward 3 years. I founded a firm called Sentinel Ghost, a quiet cybersecurity company that operates with high-profile clients under non-disclosure agreements. We don't advertise. Our clients find us. Last year, we helped shut down a ransomware attack targeting a hospital network in Texas. 2 months ago, a government agency sent us a thank you letter, no logo, no contact info, just a blank seal. And every year on November 8th, the night I found that USB, I leave a brand new one at the front desk of that same library. Unlabeled. Encrypted. A breadcrumb for the next person watching. I don't believe in fate. But I do believe that success doesn't always knock. Sometimes it slips under your motel door in the middle of the night. And sometimes, the life you're meant to live begins the moment you're most afraid to live it. People often ask me if I regret it, the years I vanished, the lies I told, the fear I lived with. The truth is, I miss the simplicity. I miss walking into a store without checking if I'm being followed. I miss calling my sister just to say hi. I miss falling asleep without 2 different VPNs running in the background. But I also remember who I used to be, invisible, insecure, broke, and tired. There was no future in who I was. Only routines and low ceilings. Now, I help protect journalists in war zones. I consult for nonprofits whose systems are targeted by authoritarian regimes. I mentor young hackers who want to do more than just break things. The drive I found, whether left there on purpose or not, was a test. Of my character. Of my fear. Of my hunger. And I learned this. Success isn't about being the smartest or the fastest. It's about knowing what to do when something impossible lands in your lap. Most people freeze. Or panic. Or delete it and pretend they never saw it. But if you stay calm, if you move wisely, sometimes you come out the other side not just alive, but transformed. Greaves passed away last year. Heart attack. He left behind a box with my name on it. Inside, a burner phone, a notebook, and a message written in red ink. You're the custodian now. I didn't understand what it meant, until last week. A new file appeared on our secure server. No sender. No trace. Its name, /r00t_access_2. So now I sit here, watching lines of code scroll past my monitor, wondering what I'll find this time. Another threat? Another game of shadows? Or maybe, just maybe, another version of me, someone out there, working the night shift, about to find the thing that will change everything. If you do, if you're listening, don't be afraid to follow it. That one step might cost you your comfort, your safety, even your identity. But what it gives back, is everything. Because the truth is, the greatest opportunities never come with instructions. They arrive in silence, in the form of strange files, missed calls, or a voice at midnight saying, "We need to talk." The question is never whether they're real. The question is, are you ready?